Hello and welcome to our 1998 fall edition of Caltex Video Magazine. Excitement is building for the Asian Games in Bangkok. In this episode, we will preview the Asian Games, get an update on the reorganization, and see how the work of the Lubricants Marketing Action Team is paying off in a big way. Thanks for joining us. A dynamic and far-reaching marketing plan is now being implemented in lubricants marketing based on research conducted by the Lubricants Marketing Action Team. A video has been produced to introduce the program, and our next story features excerpts from the video highlighting the new strategy. But first, an introduction from our chairman, David Lawsmith.
This is the beginning of a great story. Our company has changed to seize the many opportunities before us. We're moving forward with a global vision that requires each of us to be different, to recognize that success begins with our enthusiastic and very focused commitment to our customers. I am delighted to introduce the results of a global effort with far-reaching local implications. The Lubricants Marketing Action Team, or LMAT, is made up of colleagues from 13 countries. Together, this team has created a dynamic strategy for our growth in our lubricants business. They looked at commonalities and differences in our markets and discovered how to build competitive advantage. They showed us how to make our differences work for us through teamwork. This team produced world-class results, and I want to personally congratulate them all.
The LMAT research was broad and intense, involving 54 focus groups in 12 countries. Global competition demands that we take a proactive and unified approach in lubricants marketing. The LMAT initiative is a direct response to changes in our markets. To succeed, we must become more consumer-driven.
One of the reasons that LMAT was formed was because we wanted to get Caltex working together as one company rather than just a bunch of separate countries. We believe that in the teamwork, in the working together, we're a lot stronger than if we work apart.
LMAT research revealed that our designs needed a revamping, something to make them leap off the shelves in the eyes of the customer. Enter the piston.
What we discovered by adapting this image, by introducing an actual engine part and showing it to them in a very clean and a very modern image, that they could recognize that that's what the product could do for them.
Based on the strong response in focus groups to the piston icon, that image was incorporated into the new packaging for Caltex Haviland and Caltex Dello products. The colors chosen and the overall packaging of our products speak of professionalism, protection, and quality in every way. Consumers will now be able to make a confident choice of product to meet their needs. These initiatives involve much more than repackaging of product. As you may know, motorcycle use is huge in the Asian markets. This market represents enormous growth potential for Caltex in countries like China, India, Thailand, and Malaysia. To address that need, we are excited to introduce Caltex RevTex. Caltex RevTex will provide specific brand positioning for the motorcyclist. High-profile television commercials are now ready to put a new face on Caltex lubricants in all areas of operation. These will tie directly to a myriad of Caltex materials including print, billboards, point of sale, and merchandising items such as t-shirts, mugs, and bumper stickers. This is the new lubricants image and identity, which we'll use on our signs, trucks, third-party invoices, and business cards. It is not a new logo, but a unique identity within the Caltex family, totally aligned with our corporate and retail image.
The reorganization of our corporation is continuing. For an update on this effort, we hear from Human Resources Vice President Stephen Nichols.
Hello, I'm pleased to have the opportunity to update you on the progress of the Organization Effectiveness Project. It's been a long study and demanding in many ways. Literally hundreds of decisions had to be made along the way, and the future of the corporation was always foremost in our thoughts. Now, I am confident that the structural changes that we have proposed will enable us to become stronger and provide the platform for our future success. We will win and we will be successful. You can count on Caltex taking advantage of every opportunity before us. One of our keys to success is the attitude and the behavior of our workforce. You've heard it all before. We don't share information well. We do not transfer knowledge from department to department well. We are not accountable for our actions, and we do not take personal responsibility for our work. Some of that may be true, but I suspect that most of it is not. Regardless, what I know is that we can all improve upon our performance. Let's put the past behind us. Let's build upon our successes and our rich heritage and move forward. In the new Caltex, sharing of information and knowledge will be an expected behavior. Likewise, taking personal responsibility and being accountable will be the way we operate. Taking risks and being rewarded for them will become the norm. Being frugal with our expenditures and treating the company's money as if it is our own will become a way of life. Moving with agility with everything that we undertake is what will be expected. Sure, these words are easy to say, but how do you make them a reality? That too is easy. 2 words: change management. Let me explain some of the events that will occur in the next several months that will enable us to change from the current Caltex to the new company that I've been talking about the past few minutes. We are planning programs to integrate our actions throughout 1999 for employees, for management, and for senior executives. During the latter part of September and October, senior executives will travel to our operating companies to speak with staff and listen to concerns. They will return again in November and December to begin addressing the operational changes required as we switch from a geographical focus to a functional focus. Simultaneously, balanced scorecard workshops have begun so that we can all identify with the measures that we will use to determine our progress and our success. Company measures, business unit measures, and individual performance charters will all be aligned. Within each business unit, internal alignment sessions will begin so that all employees can identify with the goals of each unit. This focus will be on creating high-performance teams. These sessions will be run throughout the year. Later, we plan to hold cross-business unit programs that we refer to as Leadership Now. Participants will be invited from each business unit. This will enable us to achieve alignment from business unit to business unit for the overall good of the corporation. The chairman will be visiting many of our operating companies later this year to give all employees an update on our current business as well as prospects for the future. In the first quarter next year, we plan to hold a marketing launch for the new company, a day of celebration for the new organization. Stay tuned on this one. It will be very, very exciting. Lastly, the senior leadership team, the CPC vice presidents, and the presidents of the business units will spend a few days together to assure that we are all headed in the same direction. So there you have it, change management. Programs for employees, management, and senior leadership. All are vital for our success. We will win, and with your help, we will become even more successful than we have been in the past. Thank you very much for your attention.
In South Africa, Caltex continues to be a positive source of development. Now, a new Caltex gas station and Star Mart is bringing modern convenience to the traditional homeland of South Africa's Zulus.
Zulu warriors performing traditional ceremonial dances entertained the crowd drawn to the opening of a new Caltex gas station and Star Mart. The station is in the village of Ulundi, situated in the middle of Africa's Zululand.
We got to build this site, state-of-the-art Caltex service station with all the latest trimmings, the Star Mart, the new forecourt, the new design, the new image, the new livery, the new architecture in this very small rural village.
South Africa's National Minister of Home Affairs, along with Mr. Rademeyer and local dignitaries, officially opened the station The site represents the strength of Caltex's long-term commitment to economic growth in the region.
It shows the kind of areas, the diverse areas that where Caltex operates, and I thought it was wonderful.
There is much more to come from the world of Caltex, but first, here's a Caltex commercial break. This one, an ad for Haviland, is called Scorpion.
Only one engine oil burns more road and less fuel. With breakthrough mineral oil technology that saves up to 6% petrol. Lubricates so efficiently, it enhances your engine's performance. New Caltex Haviland Energy. It goes the extra mile.
Accessing the world of Caltex has never been easier, thanks to Planet Caltex, our intranet site on the World Wide Web. Let's look now at how this exciting technology is changing the way we communicate within the company.
This is Planet Caltex, focal point for information sharing among employees of Caltex and its joint ventures worldwide.
It just puts the whole world of Caltex at your fingertips, and it's accessible 24 hours a day. No phone calls, no nothing. It's just right there at the click of a mouse, and I find that pretty exciting.
Planet Caltex is organized into 8 business units called communities, and sites within those communities called neighborhoods. Users are referred to as residents. Becoming a resident is easy. Simply contact the support center at Caltex Dallas by CC Mail, support center at CDAL, or via the internet, supportcenter@caltex.com. You will be issued a unique ID and password in order to gain access to Planet Caltex. Planet Caltex provides a wealth of information in a user-friendly setting.
It's a very intuitive interface. It's point and click. All you need to do is have a web browser and you can use it. As long as you could use a mouse and point at something you want to see and click it, you can use this tool.
Once online, residents can research background material about Caltex, build specialized neighborhoods within communities, or participate in a professional network.
Planet Caltex gives everyone an opportunity to share information, to know what's going on internationally from one country to another, and also to have that personal connection because of the fact that the information is updated on a regular basis.
Planet Caltex operates like a grassroots community project where employees can help each other by sharing information, whether they are in the same office or half a world away. A new video is being produced to help promote the use of professional networks within Planet Caltex.
Professional networks are geared to sharing information, whether that be within functions, within business units, or across business unit boundaries, or across geographical boundaries. They promote the flow of communication. They promote the flow of knowledge. And that has obvious benefits for Caltex.
A training video will also be available providing step-by-step instruction for using Front Page 98, the software chosen by Caltex for publishing on the web. All employees are encouraged to get online and explore the possibilities here. With your feedback to the webmaster and intranet coaches, Planet Caltex will thrive. It is our window to the future of Caltex.
As part of our reorganization plan, Caltex has announced the following senior staff appointments. Chuck McKenzie has been named Senior Vice President of CPC and elected a director on the CPC board. Leo G. Lonergan, head of Caltex Worldwide Trading Activity in Singapore, has been named a Corporate Vice President. And CPC Vice President and General Counsel Frank W. Blue has also been named Corporate Secretary.
Come rain or shine, they're always there. Those professional drivers the rest of us depend on. our families. To deliver the goods that make our lives a little better. And the diesel oil they depend on is Caltex Dello 500. Maintains power, torque, and fuel consumption. The benchmark in diesel oil technology for today's superior engines. Caltex Dello 500. The diesel oil the professionals depend on.
It's time now for our regular financial update. Here's Senior Vice President and Chief Financial Officer Mac McCauley.
The Asian economic crisis and depressed regional refining margins continue to strongly affect our operating performance. In addition, competitors are becoming increasingly aggressive in their attempts to maintain market share and dispose of surplus products. It is expected that the Asian recession will further weaken energy demand in the near term. Despite the economic turmoil in Asia, Caltex core earnings were above plan for the second quarter and have held this position through August. However, performance in both June and August slipped substantially from plan, resulting in a loss for both periods. The continuing drop in worldwide refinery margins drove these losses as demand remained weak and surplus product supplies were present. 6 of the countries in our operating area are experiencing economic recessions that indicate continuing weakness in energy consumption. However, weakening local currencies in Asia have contributed foreign exchange gains that are also reflected in total earnings. While the current overall forecast for 1998 is not encouraging, we remain cautiously optimistic about our ability to achieve our earnings target of $350 million for the year. This, of course, would be before considering the costs associated with our ongoing corporate reorganization and other extraordinary P&L effects. Success will be subject to both internal and external influences. While we can't control our markets, it is critical that all of us focus on controlling discretionary spending and on areas that will help improve our earnings and return on capital employed during the balance of the year. Thank you.
Months of preparation and anticipation in Thailand are nearly over. The 1998 Asian Games will begin in December. Here's a look at Bangkok, a city poised to host the Asian Games.
The Asian Games, an Olympic-style competition, is the world's premier showcase of Asian athletic excellence. A natural tie-in for Caltex, participants come to compete representing all of our Asian markets.
To give an idea of the size of the Games, there will be 43 countries represented by 10,000 athletes and officials, and all of this will be covered by 7,000 media people. The Games are held every 4 years in Asia, and this is Thailand's 4th opportunity to host the Games.
Caltex companies from across Asia will be sending key customers to see the Games as VIP guests of Caltex. This is the Hotel Shangri-La, where our guests will stay. It is a first-class hotel in the center of Bangkok and overlooks the Chao Phraya River. 1998 has been officially designated Amazing Thailand Year, and that sets the theme for what Caltex guests will experience. In addition to the excitement of the Games themselves, they will visit beautiful temples, the Grand Palace, and many other local points of interest. Their itinerary will be packed with fun, from sightseeing to shopping excursions to exotic dinners and entertainment. Thailand is committed to making the Games an entirely positive experience. Readiness is a matter of national pride. In spite of the Asian financial crisis, Thailand has pumped massive resources into infrastructure, from upgraded roadways to impressive modern stadiums. It is a massive job. There will be 50 venues in all. 3 enormous new stadiums are in their final stages of preparations to be fully operational in October.
Recently, the Olympic Council of Asia sent a delegation out to Bangkok to assess the state of readiness, and they have given the thumbs up. They've endorsed preparations.
Caltex pride in sponsoring this event is showing all over Bangkok. From merchandise tie-ins to bus and taxi signs, Caltex branding will be prominently displayed for the thousands who will come for the Games. Bangkok, notorious for traffic jams in the past, is taking strong measures to ensure everything will flow smoothly for the Games. The stage is set. Bangkok is ready. It is an exciting time for Thailand and for Caltex.
That wraps it up for this edition. Please keep those story ideas and videos coming. We really appreciate all of the input we've gotten. Remember, this is your show, and your involvement is key to its success. We leave you now with more images of the land and people of Thailand. Goodbye, and thanks for watching Caltex Video Magazine.